Welcome to the Wolf's Den,
the podcast where passion,
hustle,
and collectibles
collide. We spotlight the leaders and innovators of the hobby, women entrepreneurs, female athletes, breaking barriers in sports, business, and collectibles space.
From rare finds to business insights, we bring you personal stories of perseverance, growth, and what's trending in today's industry. Whether you're a new collector or returning to the hobby or a leader forging their own path,
this is the Den, where the hustle never stops.
Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of Wolf's Den. I'm Siobhan.
Sharon.
And this is our Super Bowl edition.
Yes.
Because are you throwing a Super Bowl party?
I'm working kinda, so I have a couple of employees in our house on Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah, and you're apparently required to cook some masubi, a Super Bowl thing.
okay. That'll be a first. So chips, guac, salsa, masubi.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I didn't know that, by the way. This is all.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is all new to me.
So let's do a 1 minute recap of what you think of the NFL season this year.
I was gonna go one word. Disappointing. Disappointing. I thought the season was a little disappointing. I gotta say, Frank was next to me when I made this prediction that way early on that the Chiefs weren't gonna make the playoffs at all.
Okay.
So that was expected. And disappointing that no one really dominated. Eagles again fell apart, and it was more internal than external. And yeah, that was super disappointing.
There are some injuries, during the season.
Not enough.
Well, everybody has
apart.
injuries, yeah.
Like that at the end, to me at least. So that's my minute. It's my minute rant.
I kind of agree. Obviously, I was hoping for Joe Burrow this year, to come out strong. He kind of did, and then got injured, and then came back, had a good run, but, it was too late in the season. Herbert started well, and then kind of just fell apart too, and I guess,
your boy Josh Allen. Are you gonna mention Josh Allen?
Not my boy Josh Allen. I like Josh Allen. I mean, the team to root for in New York area is the Bills. I'm a very sad Giant fan. Dart has a good start, and then kind of with all the tools injured, couldn't really do anything. So hopefully next season, Josh Allen was a little disappointing, but I don't think it's all him. I feel like the defense is not great, and playoffs is about the defense. And obviously, this was the year that I wasn't sure if Mahomes could make it, and he didn't. So I guess disappointing, but also kind of like, wow, we have probably new people, new players, new quarterbacks, Bo Nix and, Caleb Williams had a good season too. So a lot of the younger guys kind of step up at the end of the year, even Trevor Lawrence, yeah. So I think next season it'll be exciting. Some people kind of like gave up on Trevor, but he had an okay year. Mayfield to me was a little disappointing because I thought he was gonna have a great year. He started well and then kind of collapsed in the end.
So is this because of your investment? Is your answers related to the players you invested in and the stock you expected to rise? Or
I enjoy watching football in general, but I kind of invest in people I like or potentials. Obviously, I invested a lot in Jaden Daniels, and it didn't pan out. But I also yes, it was a lot of injuries. But I also invested in Drake Maye. So that kind of balanced it out. I might have lost with Daniel, but I kind of gained with Maye. I didn't expect him to get to the Super Bowl, but that's good.
Sweet.
So with that
So
said,
yeah, who's your pick? Who are
I
you
know,
picking?
I
Who are you
know.
picking?
Okay, investment wise, obviously I will say May. Um, it's just great for the hobby to have a young guy. Um,
Patriots
Patriots, and
replacing
Patriots
Tom
fans always
Brady.
looking for
Yeah.
who's the next Tom Brady.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So
You found him.
kinda. We maybe we'll see this year. People seem to forget he only played 13 games last year. Started in 12, and now his first full season. That's like with a new coach too. So exciting, for the New England Patriots fan. I'm not a New England fan because I hate everything that comes out of Boston. But but for investment
Okay.
wise, it's great. What do you think?
Um, I feel like this game is going to be a blowout. I feel like
Ooh.
the Seahawks is just going to blow them out,
Okay.
and it's going to be like last year. So if you're a Seahawk fan, you're going to enjoy the game. If you're a Patriots fan, uh, you're going to want to run out there and pick Drake Maye off his back.
Yep.
Because I don't know. They don't rush as much.
Yeah.
But they keep a lot back on defense. So the coverage, you got to be smart with the coverage.
Well, one thing about May though is he doesn't turn the ball over a lot.
They fumble a
Obviously,
lot.
fumble enough.
Well, fumble
not
but
throwing it
recovered.
basically. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But we'll see. That's
Yeah,
what Super Bowl and playoff
yeah,
football is. It's about the
yeah.
defense.
And I
So
and I, re- I really feel like they're like for me, I feel like it's going to be a blowout. But when you listen to ESPN, they're like it's going to be a close game because they want people to watch the game. But I personally feel like it's going to be a blowout. I
nobody
could
thought it
be
was a
wrong.
blowout last year. So
It was a blowout last year.
but nobody expected a blowout. You don't expect Mahomes to get blown out. I
Right,
mean,
that is true. Yeah.
and to be honest with you, um, it's nice for Darnold. To be honest with you, not a Jet fan, but I saw him the first few years with the Jets, and
And he looked terrible, guys. He looked
well, I
terrible.
think the team wasn't great
I
either
know,
around
but
him. So
that's
it's
what the
not all his
difference.
fault. Yes.
Yeah, but that's what a difference an
Yes.
offensive line can make when a
Yeah.
guy feels comfortable, he's confident, he
Yeah.
has time, you walk with the swag. It's a lot
Yeah.
easier when you're panicked. Who operates well
Well,
under that
anybody that has a
condition?
good team has a chance.
Yeah.
I feel like Dak Prescott first 2 years he had a great line and he was great. And then after that, it fell apart.
Gives me chills. Gives me chills.
Yeah. So it depends on the line, and
Yeah.
I mean the Eagles this year lost some of the linemen. That's why Hurts was kind of always rushed, and made terrible decisions. So we'll
Or
see in the Super Bowl.
or not enough didn't take enough risk.
Yeah,
If we're
I
talking to
do think.
AJ Brown.
Yeah, that's true. I do think Seahawks will probably win. So, but regarding investment, right? Um, it's like how do you? People always ask me like strategy. Going to the Super Bowl. When do you sell? When do you buy? That type of thing. Like
Yeah.
I had a customer this week that gave me some maid that he wants to sell. And me and Siobhan looked at each other. Not because, it could be a good strategy. If you think he's going to win, great. Run all the auction during the Super Bowl week, But I like to run it maybe a week or,
Or two.
or the two. The Pro Bowl week is great, So end it right before the Super Bowl game, because, people are prospecting. And most of the time, it doesn't go up as much after the win anyway.
Right.
People like to bet, so it always goes up more before before the actual game.
More people are yeah
Yeah.
taking the risk.
Yeah.
And more people that are buying afterwards, um, they're they don't see the upside.
No.
There's like no more upside. He already won it.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like a weird thought.
It's weird.
It's
Yeah.
like before is so much upside, and then afterwards it's like the people that are buying it are like, like almost like, is he gonna do it again? Is this a dynasty? Like I feel like that's then the next jump.
Yeah, and that's the scary part about Drake May, because it's the first year. There's a lot of hype right now going into the Super Bowl, but I think the risk is so high if you run it and then they lose. because I feel like the card will drop half or maybe 30-40%, while the increase is only like maybe 10 to 20% if he wins.
Right.
So to me, that's like rationale is just better to sell it before.
Right. So we always discuss like take the money now. You can reinvest it into something else, something more liquid that you're just going to flip and make
Or-
back the 10-20%
Exactly.
anyway.
Or if you like Drake, you could still buy maybe in
Yeah. In the summer, he's going to
Exactly.
be hot as hell.
He is. And usually the hot guys that ends the season will be hot during, camp time.
Nationals and-
Yeah,
yep.
exactly. So, there's always a strategy if you know the market. And I feel like Darnold is a different story. It's like, you could have bought Darnold NT last year when he was with the Vikings, even when he was hot, for $500-600. His NT is now 4 times. At least they're like 2,000 to 2,500.
But most of it is like a lot of one color.
Yeah, with the Jets, it's 1 or 2 color. That's
Yeah,
it,
it's not
But it's
very
still, I
exciting,
mean, he basically quadrupled, prices wise.
And which is still low
yeah,
relative to
Exactly.
everybody.
So I feel like with him though, his stuff is not gonna drop as drastic as May. But if he does win, it might go up basically. So it's kind of weird. The formula is not always the same,
Yeah, because
So
I think people just don't trust him.
well, you
Like-
shouldn't because he's 28 years old and people don't get he's in the same draft class as Lamar, Josh Allen, and who's number 1 pick? Baker.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
4
okay.
guys,
That's
they're
what
the
I
same age,
Yeah.
And to me, people seem like, oh, gave up on
Yeah, they
on
gave up
Darnold already.
yeah,
While
yeah.
Josh Allen is like,
How much is Josh Allen NT?
40 to depending on the grade, 40
Right,
to
at one
80,000.
point, Right, it was 80,000, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I mean, Gem is even above 100 at one point.
why is right? So that's a trust factor, right? A
Yeah.
trust factor.
And he
in
might win a
Darnold.
championship before all 3 of those guys, which is fascinating.
Yeah,
I mean, doesn't have an MVP, but
but he might not catch Josh Allen's price.
oh, he will never catch that Josh Allen.
Just-
He's lucky to even catch Mayfield's.
Yeah,
Oh, not even Lamar. Lamar is
I
like
know.
10 times his price.
Yeah,
And Josh Allen is I don't know 400 times, 500 times.
right.
And then even Mayfield, his NT was like beginning seasons like 4,500 to 5,000. Well, he's like at $1,000. Yeah, so if there's still some hope, if he
Yeah.
ends his career, and let's say the next few years he wins or gets to the
Right.
Super Bowl,
Just keep getting to the Super Bowl. I think, like,
exactly,
that's the- play more games than everybody else, and
he is in a tough division.
you get a Hall of Fame record.
Yeah. So with that said, invest wisely, and there's always ups and downs. You could always buy again. So don't feel remorseful like, oh, I sold all my Drake. The funny part is I don't have a single Drake right now. And now I'm looking to buy, but I sold it before going to the big game this weekend. So
Yeah.
so we're both
and
the same.
we're-
Darnold, Seahawks winning.
Yes, I guess so. I didn't
Okay.
know who you had picked.
I was, I wanted Drake because it's
Right.
fun for the hobby.
Yeah.
But I think Seahawks will win. So
Yeah. Let's go.
okay.
Let's go, JSN. Yeah. MVP. All right. So this game is also a rematch of the 2014 Super Bowl between the Seahawks
Oh,
and the Patriots,
I remember that.
where I don't know what they were down by, but they needed a touchdown. I'm assuming 1 yard line.
Yeah, but that was
ball
the game.
intercepted.
That was the game that probably set the trajectory of Russell Wilson's career. It's
Yes.
either like back to back or Super Bowl or oof.
Yes.
Yeah, it went downhill kind of after that.
Yes.
What do you
So-
remember?
I remembered I was rooting for them because
Yeah.
we had just bought 2 or 3 NTs.
Jersey number one of them.
One was them from, and they all had Seahawk heads.
Yep.
And, everyone was chasing the logo. And I don't know if we paid 1,700 and we sold the first one for like 1,300.
$1,700 for three of them.
Oh gosh. Okay. 1,700 for three of them. And we got 1,300 for one alone. Which back then was like a lot of money, guys. It was what? 3x your one buy? Whoa. So yeah, and if he had won it, we're like,
Yeah.
okay, this is, it was gonna be 35. I think it even got up to like 35.
Yeah.
But and I remember that throw.
Oh, that moment.
And I'm like, just give the ball to Marshawn Lynch
Yep.
because all you need is 1 yard. And he was averaging 3 yards.
Yep. And I
carry.
feel like the coach
Makes sense.
was trying to play it safe. They don't want to.
Oh, he overthink it. It's like when you try to
Exactly.
counter the counter.
But that's what you do when you're. I feel like that's what you do when you're playing Tom Brady, and now it's
the Patriots,
and
right?
now
Yeah,
it's
You're playing Belichick, essentially.
yes, and
So
now
you're trying
it's
to,
what's his name? The other quarterback, Pat Mahomes is the same now. You don't want to leave any time for Pat Mahomes to do the miracle in the end, So I feel like that's what the coach thought. We're not gonna leave Brady time to make a play, and overthink that. It's like, oh, let's waste a throw, and instead of running it, throw it on the side, but it was intercepted by Malcolm Butler. So
yes.
history was made then, and that was the end of that. Yeah,
That's what I saw.
I mean,
I saw
in that
defense
situation,
beat the guy to the ball.
Brady became, one of the greatest.
Right. And then the Russell Wilson needed
Yep.
a hug. Holy moly.
He got Sierra, so it's okay.
I know. I don't know if he had Sierra back then, but he
Okay.
needed a hug. Somebody needed to hug that guy because
Yeah.
you can tell, like, the game is both mental and physical.
Yeah.
And
And it tells you, coach makes a lot of the decision.
Right,
It
but-
impacts, So to me, this game is gonna be huge too. Bring back, first year coach Mike Drabel to what he did, the turnaround for the Patriots from compared to last year. It's gonna be fun to watch.
yeah.
I'm hoping. I know you think it's gonna be a blowout, but I'm hoping for a close game, at least good game.
Are you hoping for a high scoring game? You think most
I don't
Super Bowls? I always think it's going to be low scoring game.
Last year was high scoring.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be high scoring.
Yeah.
But it could lead to that if suddenly the Patriots start like turning it over. Oh, and you give Darnold some chances.
Will Russell Wilson be in the stands or in a box? Do you think he will be there?
I'm not sure because I don't know his ties with Seattle
Seahawks,
after that.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe, but a lot of celebrities go. So
Yeah.
I mean, he still obviously know Seattle, but
He should
be.
there.
Yeah. He did win a championship with them, so
Yeah.
he should be at
Yeah.
least a Hall of Famer for
Let's see.
for the Seahawks.
Yeah. Important to their organization.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it could
Yeah,
be.
because he did, put them on the map. Who was their quarterback before? I have no idea.
I think I don't know if that's their first, but
I don't know, but who's... Name a Seattle quarterback. That's not a...
Geno Smith.
Okay.
Those are both ex-Jets. So every time they leave the Jets, they play a little better, basically.
Like that's your pool that you pull from is Jets quarterback? Is that your recruiting pool? Like, we got to investigate that. We really.
That's why Russell Wilson is a legend for the Seahawks, I guess.
That's it for another episode of The Wolves Den. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube,
TikTok,
and Spotify. All right.
Peace.
If you like this episode, please make sure to subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.